And we're back to getting shot with arrows and investigations. Huzzah! There's that one that shot me with that arrow. No! Yeah, a bunch of common bandits against guardsmen of power.
Choke on it, you rapscallion!
You don't really want to swing around that.
You're done for, murderer!
Like seriously, you're bandits. These guys are well armed. Like, going against
just
me
me,
is
or
bad
did we
enough.
agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Of course she does.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Oh, hi.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered a man for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Well, there you go.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town.
Should remove that
Gather your
arrow
men and seek out the
too.
Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Well, I like how it's all, we could technically split off, but nope, we keep going.
Let's go to town.
Like, you could break away from this at any point, or you could just keep going. We do need to go back to... Oh crap, we do need to go back to Claire for... Well, we need to go back to the vineyard for one matter, and we need to go to the pheasantry for another effort.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
I'm a witcher.
Side effect of my mutations. We witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Sintrian appears to be no common bandit.
True.
He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Sintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Sintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one
And you
thing to
think
know
he
who
would
ordered the
actually
killings.
tell
Other
us?
thing entirely and just as important is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Sintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Sintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Sintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Sintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
What is that?
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Well, there you go.
Gotta nab the Sintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Sintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
Apparently.
Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
There we go.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Shrug. Well, there you go. We finally get a single break. We can finally do stuff. I was gonna say, yeah, there it is. They're all fancy. Huzzah. So he wants us to go, though. It's all fine and all, but
It's still scrapings around here.
I need to go investigate a few other things.
Your grace could use some polish, vagrant.
Hey, is that not this girl with the price on it? It's him! Get him!
Hi guys. Do you know you're lucky I took my own?
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Hey, look at the contract on a Witcher. Hey, look, sort of looks like me. The good thing I took off my armor before heading though. Oh, that we can have to do that. Yeah. Might as well go do this. Take a small break from the whole, you know, running around saving the duchy. It's unfortunate that I'm not wearing good armor. Which means if I get attacked, yeah, I'm gonna be hurt. Anyway. Oh, hi, how are you?
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
Bet you could stay here.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah.
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, Perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks.
Huzzah.
I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the kitchen. Her spit-roasted oaks was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
Well, there you go.
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
And I'd never want you to stay against your will.
Exactly.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Isn't that nice? Hi, baby.
How might I be of service, sir?
You have nothing new.
Thanks.
Sad face.
Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Also, do we gain new benefits? Do we? Doesn't look like it.
Go up to any knight and shout, "The beast!" You'll smell the soiled armor at once.
I've scissored my fingers into shreds.
Whoops. Okay, so. The man from Central working on that. But we need to go over there. But for now, we go back over here. Back to the spoons. Because this here is how we get the last trophy we need. I completely forgot about this. Because I was thinking, oh, well, I get from the tournament. You don't get one from the tournament. I completely forgot about this trophy. Which is silly. Considering what this trophy is. Spoons. Yeah, we also never really went over here. Cause yeah, we came in here and this is... We had that fun time with the white. But we never went into this room here. Monstrous curses in the description. Introduce curses that change a foe into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of events. It only happens that major sorcerers cast a curse and the spells changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person who has been cursed changes slowly bit by bit. It also happens that a normal foe can cast a curse, someone whose conscience is clear and thus who has done good in their life. Yep, but the person who cast this curse, I wouldn't say, has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power, and thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Curses are strong and cannot be removed easily, thus everything by which human suffering is atoned by is long-lasting painful. Now then, you say a common beggar cast a curse, but yet that one letter said a sewer of mirrors too.
Might want to look around some.
Look at all them spoons. Oh, so there's that path. Is this one even open? No, I was gonna say it's locked.
Nothing interesting here. This one's full too. Full. Nothing interesting here.
I have no idea which one it is. Probably just
This one's
process
full
of
too.
elimination.
Full. Nothing interesting here. This one's full too.
Uh-huh.
Strange.
It's like I didn't even notice the difference though. The gold stick of joy.
That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
I repeat, the code stick of joy. Completely forgot about it. Okay, so now we want to head back and put this in the vineyard. Get spoons. Oh, so the trophy is not a spoon, of course. It's a gold stick of joy. Just saying that makes me think impure thoughts of what could be. But obviously we should display it at our house. I can't even really look at it from up now. I mean, the fist is alright pretty bad, but it's a joystick. Like seriously, it's like a, it's a joystick. Makes sense. It's better than what I was thinking. So now then, see what's there in the kitchen.
I thank you for letting me stay. I cannot remember when last I was this happy.
See you later.
Take care, Witcher.
I was gonna say, I do have warm... I don't see warm food, though. Oh, I do have food just sitting, though. But for some reason, despite having all this food just sitting, we can't just, we can't actually eat it. I mean, look at it. It's just sitting there. We can't touch it. Sad face.
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit to wed. Oh, so
If
fit.
my lips don't stink of wine,
If
my
they just
wife
stick to
won't
work as
know
they do
that.
to them.
I think they're talking about the White Wolf wine. Which does sound like a better wine than, the Percher or Blaviken. Okay, so then, we did get a spoon key. We should probably go use that. Cleared our other loose ends. The problem though is we're still just wearing, well, no actual armor, so we could easily run into trouble on the way because of that bounty. So what would be worse, fighting bandits with no armor or fighting monsters with no armor? I guess it would depend on the monsters.
Can you believe it? I was to get a new one.
Her. Oh, whoa. Game, you mind rendering faster? That was a bit creepy.
Welcome to the pheasantry.
Like those times I fell through the floor back in Dragon Age Inquisition. But there was a thing underneath the floor. But they didn't expect people to just fall through the floor.
Spoon like this. When you set a place, where's it go?
My oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon. Or a key of some sort. There's a note here.
Yeah, note led me here. Any idea what the key might open?
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars. The previous owner left all sorts of knickknacks there.
Yeah, thanks.
See you later.
Did you guess a sweet shining sun?
So now we can go check the cellars. Like, you just let me into your cellars? I mean, I could take everything. Like your fish. Those. More fish. Those definitely. And those less so. Could take those. Just dragon scales down now. So where does it open? There's a locked door. Which is in part apparently. Then there's this. A cookbook. Because that's apparently what we found. Book contains hundreds of recipes, but instead of the recipe for Biclerolith rabbit on the last page, there are only a few karaoke chaotically written lines. Heavy over its weeping wounds, I scoured dozens of Elven manuscripts, and at last I found it. I know now what the spoon key I purchased at auction unlocks. It is nothing else but the key to the legendary studio of Ramesses Gorthon. The Elven priest of the goddess Denby. The culinary masterpieces remain unmatched by even the best of modern chefs. I can find the ruins of this temple, said to be somewhere in the Brooklyn forest. Find all of this legendary recipes, not to mention the overpriceless treasures the Grand Master Chef must have kept in the kitchen where he perfected his art. Well, time to continue the mystery then. Spoons. Oh, so let me guess, it's up there. So where's the closest place? Back down there.
A witcher. That could only mean trouble.
They say a great deal about you, Witcher, and whisper even more.
People are starting to get suspicious of me. Oh, where's the closest place? Probably Hill. Herp. I got all the sheep.
The Dutch is small, but do you know any who's not heard of our wines?
Well, this is gonna be interesting. It's a Bargeist. We have no armor. This was I want. Yeah, we're out exploring. About the armor on. Smart. So very smart. Oh well. Oh hell. Oh, I knew there was a reason to come back here at some point. I just apparently forgot why. Cause remember there was this door. Now we can go inside. So, we found recipes. Rubies, diamonds, gold mugs. Recipe. Three cups raw buckwheat honey, 4 cups spelled flour, pat butter, 17 spices to taste, 3 eggs, 1/2 cup cow's milk, 1 pinch of rock salt. The signature crayfish boil. 104 now crayfish, salt, pepper, bay leaf, dill. I was gonna say that seems too simple. And yes, this is what we came here for. Recipes. Whoa! Not what I want to be fighting. Holy crap. Not what I want to be fighting. And we're dead. Jesus. I was not prepared for that. Not at all. Like, yeah, I got the recipes. Oh god, the Banshee. Benendashi. Shay. I was not prepared at all. Yep, this is why you shouldn't take your armor off. Sometimes the game just dicks you over. Don't think you can really dye the outer armors. I think it's only like the Witcher gear. Cause see, that's another thing that bothers me. It's like they give you all this other armor like, oh, you can wear this set. But you can't, but you probably can't even dye it, because it's not Witcher gear. It's like the game wants you to be wearing the Witcher gear constantly. But yet they're going to toss other things at you that, oh, you should use these swords. But yet they're not Witcher gear. It's like, why have the other gear in the first place? Like, who uses blue or yellow quality swords anyway? Most of the orange stuff is Well, this time I'm ready for you. Just gonna pop out and murder me. Skeletons. Yeah, I was just gonna comment. We haven't really fought skeletons that much. I was like, skeletons aren't really a witchery element. But there you go, we fought skeletons. Now then. I believe we are done here. Unless I get attacked by a panther on the way back. Which very well could happen. Yeah, I do like this tablet. It's all fancy and stuff compared to the Nilfgaardian one. I was wondering, could I even just wear the Nilfgaardian one and consider it good? No. It has to be this outfit. As we get all wet and dirty.
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head.
Well, there you go. So well, we're back to just the main story now, which we shall continue next time. Change signs while pairing. Yeah, I probably noticed that's a lot of button presses if you think about it. Well, technically no. I think there's what? Well, the sign is bound to my other hot numbers, probably. Though I still usually use... Wait. Thinking aren't the signs bound to my... Yeah, my son... They aren't to my... that. And they are on that, aren't they?
Work
And on
doth
my
one
mouse,
ennoble,
well.
sloth
Interesting.
doth one gratify.
But I still prefer this. At times. But oh well. Next time we shall continue the main story. Huzzah. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all and have a nice day.